Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode Danganronpa 3 und wir sind jetzt in der Episode, wo wir den Class Trial machen von unserem vermutlich letzten Fall und ich habe mir äußerst viele Gedanken noch gemacht, bin über sehr vieles durchgegangen, habe sehr viel drüber nachgedacht und ich habe es aber trotzdem nicht gelöst. Ich würde gerne jetzt nur bis zur Mitte des Class Trials machen und dann nochmal drüber legen. Aber bis dahin erzähle ich erstmal, was ich herausgefunden habe. Also wir sind damit ja stehen geblieben, letzte Episode, dass ich dachte, beide sind da drunter und einer hat vorher jemand anderen umgebracht. Dann ist mir bei einem Logikfehler ausgefallen. Wer hat das Kabel von der Presse durchschnitten? Es kann ja nicht der sein, der unter der Presse liegt. Also muss einer im Hänger gewesen sein. Dann ist mir noch eine Sache aufgefallen. Also einerseits eben, es muss jemand im Hänger gewesen sein. Ich bin noch dazu gekommen, wer es ist. Was jetzt aber genau da abgelaufen ist, habe ich absolut keine Ahnung. Was mir noch aufgefallen ist, diese Glass Bottle, die da drin ist in... Wo ist es? Das ist auch wichtig, schaut euch mal an. Die Farbe von der Cap und von dem Strich. Und jetzt schaut mal die Flasche, die wir im Badezimmer gefunden haben. Und zwar, wo ist es? Irgendwas mit Small Bottle, da, Small Empty Bottle. Es ist blau und hat einen blauen Strich. Das sind, in Kokichis Lab haben wir die Anti-Poisons gefunden. Und die haben genau die gleichen Bottles. Das heißt, das ist kein Poison, sondern Anti-Poison. Das ist auch noch wichtig. So, jetzt ist die Frage, wurden diese Arrows ins Poison getrunken? Also, und dann jemanden eingestochen. Was ist da genau passiert? Und da gibt es halt, finde ich, noch viel zu viele Optionen, was passiert sein kann. Ist Maki... Oh mein Gott, ich habe gespoilert. Die Person, die da halt drin war, wer war es wohl jetzt, der da mit drin war? Wie das halt dann genau passiert ist. Auf jeden Fall jetzt erstmal dazu, welche Person ist denn überhaupt da reingekommen in den Hangar und wie? Ich bin noch durchgegangen, wie man in den Hangar reingekommen sind. Also, wir wissen, eine Person ist mit dem Exi-Sail halt reingegangen. Und dafür braucht man einen Elektrohammer, um den Exi-Sail, da wo bei Monokuma war, kaputt zu machen. Dafür braucht man einen Elektrohammer. Um das Tor kaputt zu machen, braucht man eine Granate. Hier diese Elektrobomb. Und dann, um die Tür zu öffnen, dieses, unten rechts das Ding da, wo diese ganzen Kratzer drauf sind. Wo ist es? Gibt es das als... ja, okay. In dem Bild sieht man ganz schlecht. Und im Moment da, unter mir gerade oder so. Oder ich verdeck's, keine Ahnung. Da gibt es halt dieses Control-Panel. Das muss man auch kaputt machen. Da wäre der zweite Elektrohammer. Und eine gewisse Person hatte keinen Elektrohammer, als wir gestürmt haben. Und das war Maki. Also denke ich, Maki war in der ganzen Situation mit dabei. Was da jetzt genau passiert ist, weiß ich aber nicht. Dementsprechend ist es halt ein bisschen uff. Und ja, Maki hat auf jeden Fall irgendwas mit der ganzen Kacke zu tun. Und wir müssen einfach mal gucken. Eine Theorie, die ich noch gehört habe von einer anderen Person, weil ich ja mit Leuten darüber rede, die das ausspielen. Also das habe ich alles selbst herausgefunden. Da gab es die Idee, dass Himiko vielleicht durch das Fenster gekrochen ist. Das kann halt vielleicht auch sein. Deswegen. Aber das war, glaube ich, nicht so weit, oder? Too small for a person. Okay. Ich würde sagen, damit gehen wir mal, mit diesen Gedanken, gehen wir mal in den Class Trial. Und, habe ich jetzt? Manche Skills habe ich nicht. Oder welche hätte ich denn noch überhaupt? Oh, ich habe schon alle drin. Okay. Ja, damit denke ich, gehen wir mal in den Class Trial rein und gucken, was so passiert. Vielleicht fällt mir noch was ein, was ich noch nicht gesagt habe während des Class Trials. Aber wir probieren es einfach mal und schauen, was passiert. Gucken wir mal. Wird schon irgendwie, ne?
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate.
Graduation is meaningless here. We already know that. We don't need your rules anymore. We'll find our own reasons to live. And we'll do whatever it takes to survive.
Wow! An actual talking robot! I've never seen one of those before.
Seriously?
What happened to Kokichi? Why isn't he here?
Aw, don't make that face, killer. This case has some unique circumstances.
Unique circumstances?
'Cause for this murder, the victim's identity is completely unknown. Given these circumstances, I decided to start off this class trial while the victim is still anonymous. After all, it'd be a shame if I let such a rare opportunity go to waste.
Is that possible? I thought everyone had to participate in the class trial.
Don't worry, the person who's still alive is waiting behind the scenes for their cue. It's all part of the overall production. Anyway, let's get this trial moving!
I guess we have no choice but to start the trial under these conditions.
Maki, was weißt du?
What's there to even talk about?
Wait.
The Blackened is the mastermind, Kokichi. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of too.
Wenn echt noch einer lebt,
It's too soon to decide anything for certain.
lebt
We don't even
Kaito
know if
noch.
Kaito was the victim.
Wenn einer echt noch leben sollte, ist Kaito der Mörder.
How long are you going to say that? The victim is Kaito. End of discussion.
Nein.
But we need to be absolutely sure. If we don't positively identify the victim, the other person will never show themselves, right?
Before we can identify a suspect, we need to determine who the victim is.
Why are we even talking about something so obvious?
Kokichi's down. Everyone thinks Kaito is the victim, but I have my doubts. Oh nein, weil das würde bedeuten, Maki hätte locker Kokichi umgebracht.
The victim has to be Kaito. Kaito was taken prisoner by Kokichi, so he could have killed him whenever he wanted. And the hydraulic press had his clothes inside.
Kokichi can't be the victim because there's no evidence for it. So the victim must be Kaito.
And the culprit must be Kokichi! And we lost a really good guy today. Kazing! If only mages could cast revive spells.
Okay,
It has to be Kaito.
entweder Clothes
Kaito was taken prisoner by
Or-
Kokichi,
Oder Disappearance.
so he could have killed him whenever he wanted. And the hydraulic press had his clothes inside.
Kokichi can't be the victim because there's no...
That's wrong! I have evidence that points to Kokichi being the victim. I found this in the hangar.
Is that Kokichi's coat?
Yes, and look here. There are bloodstains on the sleeve. That would indicate that Kokichi suffered an external injury, correct?
Kokichi was injured.
The fact that these were flushed down the toilet implies that they are evidence of a crime.
What about it? Kaito's clothes were in the hydraulic press. As long as we have that evidence,
Ja, nur der
there's
Mantel,
no
ne?
doubt
Der
that
hatte immer noch
Kaito
seinen
was the one
Teacher.
murdered.
Yeah, that's right. It's one of those irrefutable evidence things.
Ne, Jacke kann man ausziehen, Leute. Ever since he found the body in the hangar, Maki insisted that it's Kaito's. But why is that? I thought he had understanding. I thought she would want to believe Kaito is still alive. Either way, it seems Maki is hung up on Kaito's clothes. In that case, I need to demonstrate the flaw in relying on that evidence. If I do that, I think she will realize there's a chance that Kaito is alive.
There's something bothering me about the clothes found in the hydraulic press.
What about them?
There's something peculiar about those clothes. The sleeve of the jacket, dass das halt...
That's it!
Die hingen raus ohne Arm. Oder wie?
Why was only the sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press?
Ja, damit man
Kaito had been
denkt.
crushed by the press. The sleeve shouldn't have been empty. There
Yes.
should have been an arm inside the sleeve.
Naja, Kaito hat immer
So
einen
the
Arm
fact that we found
freigelassen.
an empty sleeve should...
Shall I kill that logic? You're dumber than I thought if I have to go out of my way to explain it to you. If you can't even see that, then be quiet. Otherwise, you're just annoying me. The coat sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press is rather telling. It couldn't have been anyone else but Kaito. If you can't see that, then you weren't looking hard enough.
Oof.
The coat sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press is rather telling. It couldn't have been anyone else but Kaito. If you can't see that, then you weren't looking hard enough.
I wasn't looking hard enough. What do you mean?
He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
Yes.
So when the hydraulic press crushed him, all that stuck out was his coat sleeve.
Achso, okay.
If you understand to be quiet already. Otherwise, you're getting in the way. He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
Achso, hä? Hätte ich
He always dressed
vorher
himself in a rather odd manner.
kaputt schießen müssen?
He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
Ah, okay, das ist falsch.
I was wrong!
He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
Oh no!
He always dressed himself in a rather odd manner. He never put his arms through his coat sleeves.
I'll cut through your words!
Achso, jetzt, dass da das Loch drin ist dann.
Yes, it's true. Kaito never put his arm through his sleeve.
Aber warum ist dann da
That
Blut
was
dran?
just his right arm. He wore his left sleeve normally. And the left sleeve was the one we found outside the press. Knowing how Kaito wore his coat, that's oddly strange, isn't it?
Then maybe neither of his arms were through the sleeves.
Huh?
It's a possibility. In the end, your reasoning is full of holes. Stop getting in my way. I have to defeat Kokichi.
What's really going on? Seems you have made up your mind that Kaito is definitely dead. But why would you do that?
It's like Maki said, though. Kaito's gotta be the victim. Because if Kokichi, the mastermind, was dead, the killing game would be over.
Vielleicht ist er nicht der Mastermind.
That's true.
Oder es läuft automatisch.
Hurry up and bring Kokichi here. We already know who the victim is.
Huh? Already? You sure it's not too soon?
We need the suspect present, now that he's the subject of our discussion.
Gotcha. I guess I'll bring him out now. Hey, Mr. Suspect! That's your cue!
Wer wird gebracht? Oder kommt der raus? Was?
An exisal?
What? Why is an exisal here?
Haha, whoops, my bad. Seems like I gave you guys a scare, huh?
Is that Kaito's voice?
Oh boy, ihr habt Kokichi umgebracht.
There was a lot going on, so I just hid in an exisal and kind of dozed off. That's why I'm so late. Anyway, what's going on, guys?
Oh, hold on. Then the one that died wasn't Kaito.
Stupid! That was just a lie!
Nice, Kokichi.
You guys thought I died? I would never! No way!
Kokichi?
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry.
Wow, that's old. How old are you?
I thought as much. Your appearance right now is fit for a lowly asshole like you.
You're making me blush. You're getting so angry over me.
Is that really you, Kokichi?
That's right, Cracker Jack.
Seriously, how old are you?
Then why are you hiding in there? Show yourself!
Oh, this is more for self-defense. Little Miss Cranky Pants would kill me if I showed myself. I understand how you guys must feel. You can't believe it because I'm like this, right? That's what I thought. In that case, I brought evidence.
Evidence?
Ta-da! The video camera. It was in the warehouse, but I brought it to the hangar, just in case. Man, that was a smart move. Thanks to this, I filmed it so everyone could see it clearly the moment the victim died.
What did you say?
Alrighty then! Let's watch this shocking moment. Hey, Monokuma! Can you connect the video camera to the monitor?
Roger that!
Oh nein, es ist eine Falle von Kokichi, es war Maki. Nice.
Huh? Kaito?
This is terrible. Why would something like this? I saw it through my fingers. The moment Kaito was crushed. I'm gonna...
By the way, I'd like to add that this footage has not been doctored in any way. This video camera only has the basic functions. Just the play, record, and pause buttons, so you can't edit after filming it. And of course, I didn't upload it to a computer to edit it either. Right, Monokuma? Oh, you can talk. Your answer is necessary for a fair discussion.
I see. If it's necessary for a fair discussion, then I will answer. No trace of that footage was found on any of the computers inside the Academy.
See? If it wasn't connected to any computer, then editing the footage would be impossible. Which means this footage is 100% real.
If that's the case, then it would seem our suspicions can be lifted.
Wurde es jetzt kurz pausiert?
The body we found inside the hangar, crushed in the hydraulic press, is definitely Kaito.
Was that really him?
Poor Kaito. I can't believe he died such a horrible death. I can't believe he died with his guts and his brain splattered all over that machine.
Stop it! Now I'm starting to not feel well.
That's probably because I used my magic to transfer all my bark over to you.
I know that's a joke, but the thought of it...
Why was Kaito killed? Kokichi had no reason to kill Kaito. He had just told us all that he was mastermind, the killing game was over. So, what would he gain by killing Kaito?
It looks like you finally believe that I'm the one in this exasol.
Yes. With that, we can definitively say that the culprit is you.
Huh? Why?
You filmed the moment the victim died, which means you were present at the scene. As the person who filmed this footage, you're the only one who could be the culprit.
But if the culprit shot the video, why would they go out of their way to show it?
Oh man, you got me! Yeah, I'm the culprit.
What?
Jeez, I totally dug my own grave. Here's the truth. I decided to participate in this trial in an exasol after I killed Kaito. Of course, it was mostly to make the victim unknown. To jazz up this trial, I took that footage for proof so I could reveal it after you guys get the correct answer. But I totally spaced out. I wasn't supposed to show it right away.
So does that mean you admit to the crime?
Oh, man. I dug my own grave again. Well, I don't think
Sorry.
you guys will believe any of the excuses I make now. So, I give up.
You're giving up? Does that mean it's been decided?
Wahrscheinlich, oder?
Is it okay that this trial was so short?
That's fine. We knew from the very start that Kokichi was the killer.
Nemaki.
But before we vote, I want to say something to Kokichi. You may be the mastermind, but I won't let you escape after you violated the rules. That would desecrate the killing game Junko Enoshima created, right? Your beloved Junko Enoshima.
Junko?
Whatever. It's voting time now. Let's go before Kokichi changes his...
No, hold on a second. This isn't right. The culprit comes in, confesses to the crime, and the trial ends? That's not how this goes. That doesn't sound like the kind of game Kokichi or Monokuma or Junko would play.
What if the mastermind got tired of it? The remnants of despair were like that.
No, if they were tired of it, they wouldn't have put all that effort into the video. There would have been no need for this class trial in the first place. Something's not right. We need to get a better feel for the situation. I think Kokichi has some sort of plan. He's trying to trap us.
Trap us? Are you saying Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Yes.
Then, are you suggesting one of us is the culprit?
Yes. What?
If it's not Kokichi, then the culprit must be one of us.
One of us?
That's not possible!
No, I didn't say that. I was just saying it's dangerous to trust Kokichi.
Shuichi is so distrusting. But it's exactly like Shuichi said. I'm actually not the culprit.
Seriously?
What? But that contradicts what you said previously.
Yepers, that was a lie. Sorry, I lied again. The real culprit of this case is super bad at hiding themselves, so I thought I could help. I pretended to be the culprit by using the footage. It made the game more interesting, too.
Are you serious?
What's the truth and what's a lie? I don't know anymore.
It's fine, because Kokichi is the culprit. He killed Kaito. No matter how much he deceives us, it won't change our minds. The footage shows he did it. Kokichi has to be the only option.
The only option? Is that really true? Are we just going to leave it at that?
There's no doubt that Kokichi is the culprit. We all saw that footage from earlier, right?
Kaito got crushed to death.
That's wrong!
That was easy. Genau.
The safety function would make it impossible to kill Kaito with the press.
Es war klar, dass dann jemand vorher tot sein musste. Er war schon vorher tot.
It was written on the safety precautions. The hydraulic press will automatically stop if its infrared sensor detects a living organism.
So the hydraulic press won't move at all if there's a living person under it?
Which is why it couldn't have been used to kill Kaito.
Which means it's more likely that Kaito was crushed after being killed by some other means.
Yes.
So what we saw in that video, he was
Mario.
already dead by then?
Yes.
But you could disable the infrared sensor of the safety function with an electro bomb.
Dann wäre
No.
doch der
I
ganze...
don't think Kokichi would use an electro bomb for that purpose. It would have taken down the hangar's alarm system and the Exosol's remote control.
It would have put Kokichi at a significant disadvantage.
But you can't be too sure I wouldn't do that. I'm the type who would do anything for fun.
Also, we don't have any evidence of a different murder method other than the hydraulic
No, we do. I have a plausible theory for the murder.
What?
Yes, there's a clue that suggests the victim was killed before being crushed. I found it somewhere around the hydraulic press. Also wir können halt sagen, entweder diese Spur oder der Schuss. Deswegen, ich mach mal Kaitos Code, okay. Also ist es das.
This is it! There was a swipe pattern bloodstain in the hangar, suggesting a body was dragged. The
Yes.
bloodstain goes from the bathroom all the way to the press.
Oh, that was the restroom where Kaito was being held, wasn't it?
Bloodstains were also found inside the bathroom. That can't be coincidence.
So Kaito was killed in the restroom, then dragged to the press and crushed?
If the bloodstain even was Kaito's.
What?
We only guessed that Kaito was killed in the bathroom. Since his body was crushed, we'll never know if Kaito died some other way.
We may not be able to examine the body, but we do have evidence that suggests the cause of death.
There!
Der Schuss.
The small hole on the sleeve of Kaito's coat is the key to his cause of death.
The small hole? No. There is no way that hole's got anything to do with the weapon. I'll hit you with my everything you buy will go on sale the next day curse.
Himiko, what's wrong? Why are you freaking out all of a sudden?
I'm not freaking out. I'm just saying it's impossible for the weapon to be that small.
No, it's not impossible. I can show you. Yeah, der Crossbow.
This is it!
Wir hätten auch die 3 ausnehmen können.
I believe the weapon was the crossbow found in the bathroom.
A crossbow arrow would certainly leave a hole that small. Can we then conclude that Kaito was shot with that crossbow? If so, that crossbow just might be the actual murder weapon used to kill Kaito.
I see. It's so surprising that a crossbow is the murder weapon.
Seriously, Himiko, what's wrong?
She probably needs to pee. Anyway, about Kaito getting shot. If that was his cause of death, then I wonder if we shot him with the crossbow. Well, I already know, but I won't tell you.
Als ob Himiko.
Playing with us.
Then let's show him that playtime is over. Let's show him that the students of Hope's Peak Academy will never submit to despair.
Hope? Despair?
Kokichi weiß von gar nichts.
I wonder who shot Kaito with the crossbow. What What a mystery, right, guys?
Ich habe gesehen, bei irgendeinem Let's Play konnten die gedrückt halten und dann schießt das.
From inside the hangar to hit Kaito.
We couldn't go in the hangar. The alarm system and electric barrier were in the way.
If we couldn't go in the hangar, and Kokichi had been in there, then he must be the one.
I see, so I'm the culprit. I wonder who shot Kaito with the crossbow. What a mystery, right, guys?
Who else but you could have done it?
The shot would need to be fired. From inside the hangar to hit Kaito.
Nein,
We
eigentlich
couldn't
nicht.
go in the hangar. The alarm system and electric barrier were in the way.
Okay, dann schießen wir das mit, kann nur vom Hänger.
Who shot Kaito with the crossbow? What a mystery, right, guys?
Who else but you could have done it? The shot would need to be fired.
From inside.
Achso, ich muss jetzt so treffen.
That's wrong! Even without going in the hangar, it was possible to land a shot with a crossbow. There was a window in the bathroom of the hangar. Maybe it wasn't possible to get in, but you could have shot through the window. And remember that Kaito was confined to the bathroom.
So if they shot Kaito through the window, they could have killed him in the hangar. Which means the murder suspect list grows to 6 people, including me!
What did you say?
But put plainly, that means
It seems Shuichi wants to make one of us the culprit. Is that it? Is that what a detective does?
Huh?
Do detectives always accuse people, even when they're friends? It seems like it. You suspected Kaito in the previous class trial, too. You're always suspicious of your friends.
Oh, Maki.
what's wrong, Maki? You seem like you're kind of on edge.
Of course I am. When we said we would defeat the remnants of despair, someone got in our way.
No, you don't understand. I'm not trying to...
It doesn't matter how much you get in my way. I will absolutely defeat Kokichi.
Maki, dein Waifu-Status geht derbe runter
Won't let
gerade.
it win.
Now, let's stop this boring fight and continue on with the not-so-boring trial. So we all agree that the murder could be done by anyone and not just me, right?
Ich habe vergessen am Anfang zu sagen, dass ich auf Maki tippe.
I don't know about the window.
Neither did I.
Really, Himiko? What's the matter? You've been weird since we mentioned small holes.
What? Are you after my small hole too?
See? Now that's definitely weird.
Look at it this way. Just because the culprit could be anyone, not everyone is a suspect. We can pretty much narrow it down to anyone who knew about the crossbow.
I never knew about any crossbows. In other words, I'm not suspicious. There's no way you can consider me.
It does concern me that Himiko went to the hangar last night.
Whoa, really? You went to the hangar, Himiko?
Yes, she did. I definitely saw her.
You were watching me?
It's awfully suspicious that you went to the hangar last night. Okay, then the culprit is Himiko.
Wait! Don't say it's me! Maki's more suspicious than I am.
What?
That crossbow came from your research lab, right? You could have gotten that crossbow whenever you wanted.
Anyone could have gone to her research lab, though. She's not the only suspect.
I don't know about that. She's definitely the most suspicious. Even if you make that scary face at me, I'm not gonna get scared.
Because if you start panicking, then we'll know that you're the culprit.
I said I'm not the culprit, I swear! Kokichi's the suspicious one! Maki too! They're both the culprits!
Why am I a suspect? Anyone could have entered my research lab.
Yeah, I'll admit that I'm suspicious. Okay, maybe I am the culprit. Maybe I'm the culprit!
Okay.
I went to the hangar
Because I was in the hangar.
I was only replenishing my magic. What do you mean?
Then explain the crossbow.
There's a good magic source around here. So I went there empty-handed.
Easy.
I heard it! You said that you went to the hangar empty-handed, but that's a lie, isn't it?
What are you talking about? It's not a lie.
But Kibo saw you. He said you were headed toward the hangar carrying a large black bag.
Yes, Himiko was definitely carrying a large black bag.
No, that was probably Tsumugi cosplaying
Wissen, dass
as
sie
me.
es nicht kann.
No, I can't cosplay as someone unless they're a fictional character.
Himiko, this is the bag you were carrying, isn't it?
That's the crossbow case.
Oh,
There's no mistake.
Maki
That is the bag I
richtig.
saw Himiko carrying.
What? Hold on. Himiko went to the hangar with a crossbow?
Uh-oh. Well, it's decided then.
Wait, that's wrong. I just brought it there.
Oh, that's wrong.
Shoot it. It's the truth. Please believe me.
Sie hat das.
I believe you. Himiko is totally telling the truth.
Not you. If you believe me, it makes me look like I'm lying.
That is true, but can we trust Himiko her? Ja, sie muss ihn zusammenbauen können. Das kann nicht jeder.
I'm not the culprit.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I only carried the case.
Yep, that's true too.
And I didn't even use the crossbow.
Another true statement.
And that's all. I didn't do anything.
100% exactamundo.
Why does this all sound so fishy?
Ah, but Kokichi won't shut up! Get out of my head, Kokichi! I'm not the culprit.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I only carried the case.
Yes.
Yep, that's true too.
And I didn't even use the crossbow.
I agree.
Der Initiale, ich hab was richtig gemacht und jetzt sipp ich erstmal
I
mein
don't
Wasser.
think Himiko used the crossbow. More accurately, she couldn't use it.
Couldn't use it.
The crossbow inside his case was disassembled.
Das war klar.
Kaito and I learned how to assemble the crossbow from Maki, so we could have done it. But I don't believe someone without the proper training could have assembled it.
Well, what if Maki taught Himiko how to assemble the crossbow?
She didn't teach me that. Right, Maki?
Oh boy.
What's wrong? Are you mad about before?
Wenn du jetzt sagst, du hast es ihr beigebracht.
Sorry.
Sie weiß, sie
I thought
weiß.
they didn't respect me, so I lied.
I really have to question your morals if you're blaming Maki for your lie, Himiko.
Maki, du musst jetzt mitgehen.
I don't think you're allowed to say something
Als
like that.
Culprit.
I'm sorry, Maki. Please, can you tell them the truth?
Fine. I'm not going to lie. I didn't teach Himiko how to assemble the crossbow. She couldn't have used it.
Das war der cleverere Move. Der hätte nicht sagen dürfen, dass du es ihr beigebracht hast.
Everyone who suspected me needs to apologize right now.
She changed back so fast. I think I might have whiplash now.
Then, why did you bring the crossbow to the hangar, Himiko?
I was asked to.
Asked you? Perhaps the person who asked was
That's it!
Kaito.
Was it Kaito?
Huh? Kaito?
Only Kaito or Kokichi would have asked for a crossbow to be brought to the hangar.
Nee, kann auch eine andere sein.
Because Kaito knows how
In
to
diesem
assemble
Bild.
the crossbow. He certainly could have used it.
Aber das würde sie verraten.
Knowing that, I can't imagine that anyone else would have asked Himiko.
I do not think she would bring it at Kokichi's request.
Of course not. Why would I ever listen to Kokichi?
Because I know you like me.
Nuh-uh! I hate you!
But I like you. Hey, don't play with Himiko's heart.
But to think that Kaito asked Himiko to do that. Maybe Kaito's trying to keep the promise we made yesterday. Yes! Don't worry, I will do something about that's a promise. Yeah. Bro.
But why were you keeping that a secret, Himiko?
Well, Kaito sorta asked me to keep it a secret. And then Kaito died and I got scared. I thought it was gonna be next.
You're the worst for trying to pin the blame on Maki just for that reason. Maki, teach this dumb monkey the true terror of human beings.
Don't bully the person you like.
This is way beyond bullying a grade school crush.
Himiko, when exactly did Kaito ask you to do this?
I think it was around evening yesterday. I was so nervous about fighting Kokichi, I couldn't get to sleep. I took a walk near the hangar, and that's when Kaito called out to me. I got startled and wet myself a little, and then he asked me to get him a crossbow.
That one part was, you know what? Never mind. So if Kaito asked for a crossbow, does that mean he was going to kill Kokichi?
No, he said it was to disable Kokichi. I wouldn't have helped him otherwise. I trusted Kaito and took a crossbow from Maki's lab.
That's when I witnessed Himiko.
But then, what did Kaito do after he had the crossbow?
I don't know. I just handed him the crossbow and went right back to the dorm.
Presumably, Kaito tried to attack Kokichi, only to be disarmed of the crossbow. And then, Kokichi returned fire and shot Kaito. That sequence of events seems logical.
No, it happened a little differently. Both Kaito and Kokichi shot the crossbow.
And there's proof of that. 3 arrows.
Damn it!
Okay, Kleidung von Kokichi.
This is it! Remember that when we found Kokichi's clothes, there were holes on the back and sleeve. The same kind of hole that was found in Kaito's coat.
Kokichi was shot by the crossbow too?
Aber er hatte das Gegengift.
Kaito who shot him, right?
I'm not sure. I don't remember anything like that.
You don't remember whether or not you were shot?
There is no doubt that they shot each other with the crossbow.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened in between. In the end, Kokichi killed Kaito.
Maki's been acting strange. But why? Does she know something? If so, what does she know?
Maki's right. It doesn't matter what happened in the middle. 'Cause in the end, there's no mistake that Kokichi killed Kaito.
Then let's hurry up and vote.
No, it's too soon. There are still mysteries.
Who cares about that? We already know who the culprit is.
Yes, du.
You sure about that?
Huh?
What? Now he's joining in?
As the one running this trial, it bothers me when anyone says mysteries don't matter. It affects the overall entertainment value, so I encourage you to really think about things. After all, there should be some mysteries that still matter. For example, is Kokichi really inside that exisal? Stuff like that.
What?
What are you saying? We already finished that discussion a while ago.
Kokichi's gotta still be alive since the killing game's still going. His voice is even coming from the exisal and everything.
Kaito ist der
We heard
Mastermind.
it speak in Kaito's voice earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, don't rely on that. After all, this exisal has a voice changer.
Wait, what?
Ha! Because of that, nobody realizes I'm pretending to be Kokichi. But no more! Sorry for the wait, guys! The luminary of the stars has arrived. This time for real. I told you, I'm Kaito. I was just pretending to be Kokichi is all. There's a bit of a situation going on, so I didn't really have a choice. Sorry about tricking you guys like that. My bad.
Huh? So Kaito's in there after all?
Don't be stupid. How many times are you going to be tricked by him? That's Kokichi pretending to be Kaito.
Hey now, Maki Roll. Don't you believe me?
Don't ever call me that!
Whoa there, chill. You really think I'm Kokichi? I mean, I guess I understand. Sorry, I can't really get out of this thing right now.
Why not?
I can't move because of the injury I got from Kokichi. It's so bad I can't even stand. That's why I'm in this exisal.
Is that so?
But if you guys don't believe me, then we can't move on. So, you're up, Shuichi.
What? Me?
Explain to everyone how I wasn't the one that died.
Kaito is still alive. No, maybe it's just what I want to believe. Is it really true? What story does the evidence tell? Does that story end with Kaito or Kokichi being the victim? I need to give a well-reasoned answer to that question soon. I can't look away from the truth. Es muss Kaito sein, wegen dem Video. Es sei denn, es wurde ein Pause-Function verwendet. Deswegen muss ich sagen, Kaito. Aber das wäre echt krass. Ein Schwein. Most evidence we have points to Kaito.
What's the matter, Shuichi? Just hurry up and tell everyone why I'm not dead. Should be easy.
No, I won't. Because you're not Kaito. Kaito is already dead.
Oh my Rushinryu.
Bear will never die! Good! Good! This is already more entertaining! Now, the Ultimate
What?
Academy
Jetzt
is
schon?
proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds! Alright, let's give it everything we've got!
Wird jetzt mit hochgespielt. Und gab es jetzt eine Entscheidung, die ich treffen musste. Oh mein Gott,
I
ich...
suspect that Kaito is inside the exisal.
I got this! Unless he comes out of the exisal, we can't confirm that.
He said that he can't leave the exisal because he's injured.
Maki!
Anyone who knows about Kaito's injury can make that claim.
Is it possible that Kokichi got crushed instead of Kaito?
Maki!
Did you watch the footage? Kaito was the one who got crushed.
But there was an arrow hole on Kokichi's shirt.
I got this! Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
I want to believe Kaito is still alive and defeated the mastermind, but
Maki!
The mastermind is still alive. Inside that exisal.
Why are you so opposed to Kaito being alive?
I got this! Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
This is our answer.
Richtig. Oh boy.
I don't want to believe it. In a way, I still can't.
Was ich halt denke, was ist, wenn kurz bevor die Presse Kaito zerdrückt hätte, wurde das Video pausiert und oder Maki hat halt aufgenommen, wie Kaito da drin liegt, zusammen. Dann ist halt Kaito schnell raus, haben Kokichi reingelegt, damit es jetzt so aussieht, als ob er damit Kokichi zerquetscht wurde.
But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Then the one here is...
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry, that was just a little joke.
What a sick joke!
You're still an asshole.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational. Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah! Just keep calm and carry on!
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely? I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
I agree, but... What do you think, Lucky?
Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we assume that Kaito and I shot each other with a crossbow, then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
Ich genieße einfach mal das Game und denk nicht drüber nach.
When the crossbow fired, what was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there!
The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow, and returned fire.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
But only one crossbow was taken. The other two are still in my research lab.
Still, only one arrow.
That's wrong! Wait, Himiko. What do you mean, one arrow?
Well, I only gave Kaito one arrow, so...
What?
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong.
Well then, that's strange, because... there were 3 arrows in the bathroom, remember?
3? I know I only gave him one! Kaito even told me to only bring him one. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himo said only brought 1. What's going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some...
Himo hätte früher mitkommen müssen.
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene. And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them. So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
Duplication Glitch. Das Taxi, okay. Es wurden noch welche gebracht. Aber es ergibt halt keinen Sinn, einfach nur Arrows zu bringen, es sei denn, du weißt. Kann ich, wenn ich genau in der Mitte fahre? Uff, man muss aufpassen. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? Wow, und dafür jetzt extra so eine Frage. Okay. Das ist nur unnötig, Dragon. Wie viele wurden gefunden? Wie viele Einschusslöcher gab es? Kann man jetzt Slalom machen? Pock. Kann ich so dann die Zweier? Oh, schade. Ich dachte, da krieg ich vielleicht mehr. Aber wenn das so ist... Achso, die bewegen sich von der Spur. Okay. Das sind Baits. Das ist so getimt, dass man die nicht bekommt. Okay, man muss achten. Were all arrows inside their hangar from the start? Nein? Ah, schade. Das wird knapp. Ja. Okay. Who brought the 2 arrows? Nicht Kaito. Und nicht Himiko. Upsi. Wenn es nicht Kokichi... Warum sollte es nicht Kokichi sein? Weil er hätte hingehen müssen vorher. Und dann hätte man ihn gesehen. Gegebenenfalls.
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
A third party?
Brought to you.
So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow. I made sure I handed it to him.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window. Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
Yeah. That hangar should have been completely closed off, right?
It was completely closed off, but can we confirm that? I feel like there might be another way, some way. It's... Den habe ich gesagt am Anfang. Ja. Exisale. War das? Hier. Exis. Achso, jetzt ein A, okay.
That's it! The Exisal! The Exisal could be used to enter the hangar. We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier, but that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the Exisals, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an Exisal.
Das war noch die Frage, muss man... Aber man braucht den Code trotzdem, oder?
Enter the hangar last night. So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the
Das
details
verstehe ich.
of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an exisal. After all, the hangar is where the exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an exisal comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them, because it'd be a hassle to leave the exisal every time you have to put it away.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an Exisal and entered the hangar?
But can just anyone pilot an exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Nipples too?
Anyway, this third party commandeered an exisal and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other 2 arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible. There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an exisal. It's not possible.
What? Not...
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? What are you trying to hide? Why won't you tell me? Monokuma-Ding da. Yes.
If someone was piloting the exisal, they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the exisal really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an exisal? Outside the hangar, there were 4 exisals. And they were all moving too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were
Hat funktioniert.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma.
Aber das kann Kaitos gewesen sein.
That electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an exisal.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 exisals. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing exisal taken by this third party?
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
Yes. Jemand hatte den keinen Hammer.
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
Be careful, Anakin runs out of bag recruiting. Ja. Nur ein Schuss und das halt meinte.
Your hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Where's your electro hammer? I don't need it. I would rather not use a weapon. Ja, so. Das war klar. Jetzt ist die Frage, was ist, wenn sie jetzt...
Without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the
Was ist, wenn
third party.
Was ist, wenn sie Kaitos Hammer hat?
She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the exisal with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after...
I'll kill your logic. Why are you doing this?
What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you...
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an exisal, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit! You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the exisal to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in their clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury. That's why the crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore, I'm not the culprit.
Was ist, wenn es mit dem Poison?
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Nicht, wenn sie mit Poison voll waren. Und so hat Kokichi überlebt.
It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit, if it were poisoned.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison.
Und Kokichi hat die Anti-Poison getrunken. Oh boy.
Just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they came.
Hatte ich das am Anfang gesagt, dass ich das vermutet habe?
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit?
There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito?
Aus Versehen?
I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
The sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be...
That's it! She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over. Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
No.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
Fall gelöst.
Could be pretty stubborn.
Eine Waifu weniger.
What really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Himiko sieht jetzt gar nicht mehr so schlecht aus als Waifu.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
Okay. Ich bin gespannt. Es ist Intermission. Warum ist es eine Intermission jetzt? Oh boy, es kommt noch viel mehr dazu. Jetzt wird irgendwie alles komplett aufgelöst, oder was? Wait. Das ist Chapter 5. Ah, okay, ich muss hier. Okay. Leute. Achso, heute ist 3. Oktober. Tag der Deutschen Einheit, Leute. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst gerne eine positive Bewertung da. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Episode. Bis dann. Tschüsschen.